Hello, my friends. This is Amy with Campbell Creations, and I'm really excited about the design we're going to be doing today. I have had this beautiful mother of pearl bird pendant for some time now. I've been holding on to it, waiting for when is the right time to use it and what combination and how. And I think I've found that out for today. So we are going to be making a necklace, and this guy is our shining star. So what else we'll be using today is I have some crystals from Fire Mountain. These are 3mm AB crystal fire polished beads. They're just beautiful, beautiful. And we are going to be making a unique bail for our pendant using these. And we will be pulling in some Coreana chain, and all of our findings and everything today is going to be stainless steel. We do not want to take a chance on tarnishing with this little fella involved. So let's get to it. Going to be pretty easy, straightforward, and who knows, maybe you have never done a bail like this and you could learn something today. That would be exciting. I have just about 4.5 inches of beading wire here. This is Flexrite 21 strand in clear. And to start this bail, I'm just going to put this straight through the hole here in our little guy. And on either side of him, I was thinking about our little 2mm spacer beads. So I'm going to put one on either side of him. Woohoo. Here. And then all I'm going to be doing is putting 5 of these on each side of him, and then we're going to cinch him up. So let's put 5 on. And I hope you all are having a good day. If it's just starting for you, I hope it is a good day for you. We are looking at a very busy day today. And busy is not a bad thing. Okay, we'll put 5 on this other side. I'm sure happy it's the weekend, though. It's been a long week. And, I should get my Bargain Bead Box today. And I am thrilled. I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't handle it. I was looking for any sneak peek I could find. I love surprises, but I just needed to know. As soon as I saw the sneak peek from Bargain Bead Box, I just wanted more. Give me more. So this is how he's going to look here. And we're just going to cinch this up in the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in a lobster or a clamshell connector. Let's grab out one of our crimp tubes. Every time I tell myself I'm not going to close this all the way, I have a nice little holder that keeps it secure. I'm not going to close it all the way. It makes it easier to open. And then 9.9 times out of 10, I close it all the way. Okay, we're just going to put our clamshell on here. Then we'll put a crimp tube. And when I cinch this up, I want to make sure that my clamshell is facing the front to make it easier for our necklace. So he will look something like this. Since he's so small, this is where the little bit of complexity comes in, just trying to, for one, I want these wires to be side by side, keeping this pulled down evenly while cinching it. So let's first get him in my hand good, make sure that these two are side by side. I'm going to set him down now that I have a hold of it. I don't want to push too hard. I don't want to make this too tight, but I want it to be snug so that that wire isn't poking up top. I'm going to first give just one squeeze, make sure we have this guy situated right before I continue to close him up. Okay, he's good and closed. Clip him off. And my wire was, as you see, a little longer than it needed to be, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough wire to hold him up so that my fingers aren't trying to fumble with just a little bit of wire and this little guy here. So let's close him up. Make sure he's closed really good. And here is our beautiful little bail. So let's set him aside for a moment. Let's bring out our Coreana chain. And I cut an 18-inch piece of Coreana chain here. This is stainless steel. And since they were out of the stainless steel Coreana chain with beadboxbargains.com, I went ahead and ordered some. And this is my container with just my Coreana chain. This I ordered from Amazon, and it's thinner than, you see, here's the stainless steel Coreana chain that I have left from Beadbox Bargains, and you see that it's a lot thicker than what I ordered from Amazon. So there's definitely a difference in that thickness, but this necklace is going to be very dainty and will not have very much heft at all. So this works out perfectly for me, I think. All I'm going to be doing here is beading some of our crystals directly onto this chain. And I have a couple spacer beads as well here. So this Coreana chain, if you've never used it, it's just little links that are together. You can bead right on it. It is so convenient, if you ask me. I just really, really like it. I guess the only hard thing about it sometimes is, you know, at the very tip, you see how he's just a little more flexible. And so, let's see. So sometimes he's not stick straight to get into the beads. Oh, Amy. Let me also make sure that his end is good. Yeah, he should be good. He should be good. And the thicker the Coreana chain, the easier it is for this part, as far as using it kind of as a needle at the end. There he goes. How about your friend here? And these little 2 millimeters do have just teeny tiny holes, but so do our crystals today. So let's get with it here, Amy. All right. And so I'm wanting 5 on each side. I thought that would work well since we have 5 on each side here, because I want it to stay dainty and delicate. and easy. Okay. So today, this morning, we are headed to get a new vehicle. Our vehicle, well, one of our vehicles, it was a great smaller vehicle, great for highway mileage, and it's been around for a minute. The transmission fix that it needs is more than it's really worth. So we have opted to get another one. And so we're gonna head out this morning to make that happen. And I'm excited. I mean, I was really excited that the other car was paid off, but it is what it is. And these little crystals, I meant to tell you, these little crystals from Fire Mountain, these were part of one of those bead hauls with all of the preciosa crystals. This was part of it. There we go. And last one here. And you know, like I was saying, this is a very simple project for a very dainty bracelet or necklace. But I really just wanted anything that I put on this necklace to just push your focal to our bird here, our mother of pearl bird. All right, so let's get our jump ring on him. Does that fit through there? He should. This may be just a little bit wonky here. I know, buddy. Let's just get you cinched. Let's get you straight. Okay. So let's see now. And these stainless steel jump rings are thicker than the other jump rings that I use, but I'm loving that I don't have to worry about anything on this tarnishing. But they are very tough stuff, little jump rings. You see how he's got that little lip there? Trying to get around him. There he goes. All right. So let's see if he will slip over our little crystals. I think he should just slip over. But hopefully not be too flowy so that it wants to come up onto the crystals easily, you know. So let's see. Nice, 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 nice. See, he won't even go on them. Okay, great. So I'm going to open him up a little bit, and I'm going to put this just between our two spacer beads. This is actually pretty good deal because I know he's not going to slide around on there. But boy, he's tough to open and close. So let's see if I can do this pretty good here. I'm just gonna grab this up. I'm trying to get this. Actually, let me just separate them. Put the chain on here this way. This is actually a very simple thing. This is probably the simplest part of this, but leave it to me. Oh. Okay, so the placement I'm putting him on is between those two beads, and then we'll float them back down. Oh, I went a little far with him. There he goes. Let's make sure I got my placement right. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so as simple as that, but beautiful, right? So let's get a couple crimp tubes. Oh, I didn't get out my size 1 crimp tubes. That's okay, we'll do that. What I'll first do is just make sure in general we're kind of even here. And this is what I like to do with Coreana chain, is either hold it up top like this and slide this down to make sure they're even, or vice versa. Okay, so let's see here. And my crimp tubes, there we go. Let's get a couple of the babies. Got 2, that works. That's what we're looking for. All right, so let's bring these down. We'll put them one on each side. This is dainty, dainty. But I just love it. Such peace of mind with it being stainless steel. It's a very big deal. To know that I don't have to worry about that tarnish. Okay, so let's make sure we're even, and we're not just yet. There we go. Okay. So then all I'm going to do here is I'm going to hold where this currently is, and I'm just going to come in, make sure I'm down really close to that bead, and just give a little squish. It doesn't take much. I'm going to come on the next one. Woohoo. Make sure he is down close to that bead and give a little pinch. So now these beads will stay here. Our pendant is in the area it needs to be down at the bottom. So it's not going to float around too much. It stays on these 2 beads. Isn't that just beautiful? Love it. So we'll close this off and then we'll talk about our earrings. So let me move these aside a little bit. I don't want to lose a single one of those babies. I love them. Okay, and our closures and our extender. And we just need a couple more crimp tubes. And I'm going to go ahead and use size 2 crimp tubes here because they fit okay and they fit good in my clamshell connector. And even though this is a super dainty and very lightweight necklace, I'm still going to use the number 2 crimps. So let's make sure, because these clamshells, these stainless steel ones, they're tough stuff and they aren't open as much as some of the others. So I like to open them a little bit more. Then we'll just start with one side here. I love this chain. Have I said I love this chain? I love this chain. And my Lily was just talking to me. I'm sure you could hear her. She says, hey, hurry up and then give me some lovin'. Okay, I'm gonna come up here to the end, right close to the tippy top. And of course, this Coreana chain is thicker than beading wire, so don't kill it. It's gonna be a good crimp there. Especially if you're using bead-along crimps, you're good. And we'll just close this guy up. Make sure he's even and good and closed. Then we'll come over to his buddy here. So I leave this week early again, early. Heading to Baltimore this week, and then I'm home for just a couple days, few days, and then off to Dallas. But the good thing is, after these 2 trips, I'm home for a couple weeks, like a solid couple weeks, an actual couple weeks, and then it's the last trip of the summer. So I'm really ready for the last trip. I love what I do. I love doing this, but it's been a busy summer and I'm ready to get back to normal. Okay, he's good and closed. So now we will put on our rings. Okay, here's the right side. He may look a little wonky too, but the hole looks nice and clear. Let's see. Let us see. Let's check him out. Yeah, he's a little wonky. Make sure he closes up center. He's just offset just ever so slightly. There he goes. Need to make sure we accommodate these thicker jump rings. There he goes. Okay. Oh, did I open him enough for this? Let's see. Yeah, he's good. Let's close him up a little better than that. It's hard to get him. There he goes. Okay, and I do have a bit of an extender here. There we go. my extender on here. Then we'll close him up. I'm so happy that I am using this pendant. This pendant, I'm pretty sure that this pendant came with all of the things from my cousin Corey. All of the things that she had sent me. It came in its own little container, and I just love it. He's just beautiful. So let's talk about our earrings. Let's see. Let's come over here. And I've made one. So same thing, kind of like the bail, right? So I have 5 each of these crystals on either side. I do have a preciosa 4mm bicone hanging from it, dangling from it, and we're using ear 186. So let's put together his friend, hopefully his twin. Oh, this ear wire looks a little bent, doesn't it? Oh, he's okay. All right. So first, let's go ahead and we'll put together our little bicone. So I have a pretty thick ball head pin here. And so we're not going to do a wire wrap, just a regular simple loop. I wanted to make sure it stayed clean and elegant. And sometimes my wire wraps are not as clean and elegant. And sometimes I really like that. Sometimes I don't. Okay, we'll just bend him 90 degrees. Cut him off. Make sure that our little ball stayed after that cut. Boy, they like to just pop right off there, don't they? You make a cut and they just jump right off. And we'll just make our little loop. And we'll straighten him out because he came sideways. There we go, little fella. Okay, let's again make sure he's nice and straight. There we go, and we'll be opening him anyways, and then we'll close him the rest of the way there. All right. So we are going to, actually, let's go ahead and close him and put him on. I'm silly. Make sure he is good and closed. Little work card in there. So we'll stick him on there, and we will do 5 and 5. And I really like making earrings this way. I use my leftover beading wire for them, and this little leftover piece was pretty small, but I think we'll get her. Just make sure we have 5 there. Okay. 5 on the other side. So this will be super easy, just like the bail. Same process, right? You could do this with seed beads. You can do this really with anything. Some other bicones. Now, let's get out one more crimp tube. And you see I closed it all the way. Did you see how easy that opened? Wow. I'll take it. Okay, let's make sure he's open a little bit more. Just to make it easy on us. All right. So we are going to put on our clamshell. Then we'll put on our crimp tube. There we go. Now again, we want to kind of get this situated to where it's facing front. And this is where your little delicate finger processes come in handy. Because he's going to want to turn to the side. So the way I find it easiest is to kind of get him settled. Then come in here and be prepared to crimp. And then I just pull him up a little bit and give a little crimp, just to make sure I can situate my clamshell, and then I finish crimping him. There we go. So let's cut him off. Let's trim him up. And we will resettle. Now you see my crimp in there is going that way. He's going this way so that he fits good in my clamshell. That's what I was looking for, because if not, if he turns, this clamshell essentially will need to turn to accommodate that size. So I'm gonna make sure he's turned, close that clamshell, forward. Sometimes that's a hit or miss, but you just gotta try to get it that way. It's a little off kilter. There he goes. There we are. Now I need another jump ring. So I have linked below this kit. This is all stainless steel and I got it from Amazon, and it came in its own little nifty container, and that makes me happy. Okay. He's a little overlapped, so I'm going to wiggle just a little bit more to make sure that when I close him up, he'll be good. Then we'll get him on there. I may not have opened him all the way. Again, yeah, let me open him a little bit more. Oh, Amy, what do I have here? I just ended up opening my clamshell a little bit in that process, so let's get him off of here. Oh my. Maybe not. What you got going on here, guy? Yeah, he's a little off. So I'm just pinching him open a little bit and then maneuvering him when I close again, just to try to get good close that's not crazy. So let's see how we did. This needs to open up a little bit more. And then we'll close him up. There he goes. And I may as well go ahead and add my ear wire. Keeps me from having to open him. We'll close him up. And then we have our earring. So let's get these guys here. Oh, I love this set. This is just beautiful. Makes me happy. And our pretty earrings, dainty, elegant. And I used something that I've loved so much ever since I got it, and I've been able to use it now. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you being here. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, please. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Would love to have you. And I'll tell you, if you have not yet visited our community, there is some awesome things happening on Facebook at Campbell's Creators. Would appreciate having you there, would love to have you there. And until we meet again, right back here on this beading mat, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye, my friends.